Hi everyone! Today I am here with my summer musical theater workshop class, and we are going to be singing 2 songs from Broadway musicals that are currently running in New York City and feature kids in their cast. We are going to look at the first song from Finding Neverland called When Your Feet Don't Touch the Ground. This is a beautiful song and has a really great lyrical legato line, which is helpful for developing our voice. Also uses mostly our head voice, our legit voice, as we open up on the top in the verse. And you'll notice as we get later into the song, we're gonna split and do a little bit of harmonizing. So that will be great as well, and it's so helpful to have my class here so we can demonstrate that together. So I'm gonna jump in with the second verse, which is the verse that Peter sings right here at the beginning of When Your Feet Don't Touch the Ground.
Every day just feels a little longer. Why am I the only one not getting stronger? Running around pretending life's a play. It doesn't make the darkness go away. I may be young, but I can still remember feeling full of joy, crying tears of laughter. Now all my tears are all cried out. Make believe but can't be out, 'cause my feet are on the ground, and the inner voice I found tells the truth. There's no use if your head's in the clouds.
So that's the first, or the second verse in this song that Peter sings. One thing that we've been working on all week is rhythm. One of the most important elements of the song is the heartbeat, or the pulse, or the rhythm, right? And I like to do that by giving myself a little pulse. We can also use a metronome. I have a keyboard right here, so if I press the metronome button, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's helpful because in this song, a lot of the beats come in on an offbeat, right? Like if I'm looking at, I'm gonna look at a section here. Feet are on the ground. The word ground right away is on an offbeat, right? Feet are on the ground. And I wanna make sure I have that. Then when I keep going, even in that section, I have 1, 2, 3. Tells the truth, 2, 3. There's no use. And this happens throughout the song, so it's really important that we come in on the and of 3. 1, 2, 3. Tells the truth, 2, 3. There's no use. So we've been talking a lot about rhythm and feeling that heartbeat. It's okay if the instructor or your director does a clap or uses a metronome, but if you have a whole class, we don't all want to be clapping because it gets really distracting and we can get a little rushed or a little behind the beat and it doesn't always cohesively come together. So I'm about this little pulse or heartbeat. And of course, once you get to performance or an audition or whatever you're working on this for, we need to figure out how to feel that beat in our heart, in our bones, in our body, so that we don't physically need to count it. But when you're first learning a song like this, rhythm is a really, really big thing. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump a little bit ahead in the song. And this part, the parts come together. So we're going to have a group A and a group B singing 2 different things. They line up, there's some harmony. You're going to hear how that happens in the song. It's awesome. I love when this happens in music. But it can be very challenging to make sure we are on the right rhythm. So I've been working on counting out the rhythms in both of these parts. So we're going to start right with When You're, this is a new section, it's very similar. Right there, ready?
When your feet touch the ground, and your voice is upset, it tells the truth. There's no use of the clouds. When your feet touch the earth, you can't feel the things that hurt, and I am fine as
keys come together. We can hear that. And it's all about rhythm and an open voice, right? An open sound. You notice there's a lot of round vowels in this. So we want to continue to work on that in our journey as singers. I'm going to move on to a different song. This is called If Only You Would Listen from School of Rock. And this song is entirely performed by kids. The Finding Neverland song is actually a duet between two males. Peter, of course, is a child performer, but Barry is an adult. And so this song is entirely kids. And not only is it entirely kids, but a lot of these kids have to, in addition to being able to sing and act, also have to be able to play musical instruments, because in School of Rock we have an on-stage band of kids that play guitar and bass and the keyboard and the drums. So really awesome, but requires a lot of skill in our child performers. So we're going to start in the middle of this song. When we talk about School of Rock, we're jumping in and talking about rock music and how that's really on Broadway all the time. I see it in lots of different shows, and if we look at casting notices, they are continuously asking for music that is not from a theater show. Sometimes it's asked for a pop or rock song by an artist that is not a Broadway performer or Broadway composer. So this song is a musical theater rock song, obviously, from the show, and written specifically for the show. It's not the most rock-heavy song in the show. It's a little more lyrical than that, but it still has that rock, that little edge to your voice. When we think about rock, I like to think about straight tone. I don't want a lot of vibrato. I also think about using a little bit more chest. I can mix my voice, but it's got this very, like, edgy sound, and I do this, and I go, ugh. And that's not really a musical note at all, but it's a way to kind of feel the music and jam with the music and groove with the music and get that happening. We're going to start in the middle of the song with the lyric, I've got so much to share. And I have my group here sing what we've been working on and learning this week, and we're just going to kind of go from there. Ready?
I've got so much to share. If only you would listen, you could prove that you care. If only you would listen, I'm not gonna beg you. You'll never see a tear. But I promise one day I'll make you hear. Yeah, you'll see one day. I'm gonna make you hear me. Gotta find a way. But you are gonna hear me. Got so much to say. And I'm gonna make you hear me. Baby, then you'll listen. You gotta listen. You need to listen. You better listen. I've got so much inside. If only you would listen. Joy and anger and pride. If only you would listen. It's not much I'm asking. I only want your ear. But I promise one day I'll make you hear. It's not much I'm asking. I only want your ear. And I promise one day I'll shake you so damn hard that at last I'll wake you. Yeah, I promise one day I'll make you hear.
And that's it. Awesome. I love that song. When I first listened to the soundtrack for School of Rock, I was like, this song is awesome. It's so pretty and it's fun. And I love that the ending is, and I promise one day I'll shake you so damn hard that at last I'll wake you. Yeah, I promise one day. And see how that has lots of grit to it without it being too, we don't want to strain or push our chords by any means. I've been working on that all week here in my workshop. But we want to work on getting a really direct sound and a rock influence sound. That's exactly what that is right there at the end till you get to I'll make you, which gets a little bit slower and a little more smooth, right? But up until there, I feel that bum bum ba ba bum 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 ba, which is awesome and really fun to sing. Let's actually all just do that one little ending part one more time from It's Not Much I'm Asking.
It's not much I'm asking, I only want your ear. And I promise one day I'll shake you so damn hard that at last I'll wake you. Yeah, I promise one day I'll make you hear.
Great job, everyone. So I want us to look at what's on Broadway right now and look at those current shows. There's so many different musical styles that are represented right now in New York City and regionally when you look at the touring productions. So see everything that you can and keep listening to different soundtracks. It just helps us to improve as singers and performers. Till next time, keep on singing, everyone.